Tired of no-shows killing your sales calls? You're not alone. It's frustrating to get sales calls only to watch your prospects ghost you. But here's the thing, after managing millions in ad spend and helping over 100 businesses fix this exact issue, I've discovered what works and what doesn't. The good news is there are easy, repeatable and simple solutions to this problem. So in this video, I'm going to give you 6 proven hacks that will make your prospects show up like clockwork. And 3 of them will completely blow your mind because no one else is doing them. And just in case you don't know who I am, my name's John. I'm the founder of Min-Max Media, and it is my mission to create the most simple, efficient and effective client acquisition system possible, something I've called the Control Growth Framework. There's a link below if you want to learn about the whole system. So before we get to these points, you need to understand why they're not showing up at present. Funnily enough, I used to have this same problem with dating. I'd meet a girl on Tinder, we'd speak for a bit, I'd book in the date. But sure enough, as the date approached, the energy shifted and they'd cancel. Sometimes last minute, just as I was walking out the door. It was gutting. Was I broken? Well, thankfully not, or maybe a bit, who knows. Anyway, eventually I ended up hiring a dating coach. Genuinely, the best investment I have ever made and the most fun summer of my life. I won't explain why, you can guess. 2 weeks after hiring that coach, no girl ever bailed on the date. So firstly, what was the problem? And secondly, what did he teach me that made all the difference? Well, the reason is really ridiculously simple. They simply weren't bought in enough. They didn't feel enough of a connection. They didn't see it going anywhere. They didn't feel comfortable enough. So yeah, the initial excitement was enough to get the date booked in. The issue was occurring in between the booking of the date and the date itself. So what did he teach me that made all the difference? Well, here's 2K worth of dating advice for free. Speak to the girl on a dating app. Instead of getting her number, get her on Instagram. Then book in the date. Then post on your Instagram so she constantly sees you. Make sure you also post photos of you with other girls so she gets jealous. Yes, that worked insanely well. And send her memes and messages without the expectation of any response. There's a few extra key points I'll go through in a minute, and obviously we need to apply this to business, but the principles remain the same. Increase buy-in. Make them see there is a potential for this to go somewhere. Make them feel connected and comfortable with you. Make it look like you don't need them because you're already in abundance. So, what are the hacks that let us use this in business? One of the best sales experiences I've ever had was with a marketing coach. I booked a call with him to get some advice and I was kind of on the fence about buying. But before the call, I was receiving messages from him. But it wasn't the usual I'm just checking in bullshit everyone does. Nope, this guy was liking my posts on social media and commenting on them. He was DMing me examples of other clients they'd had showing their results. He even sent me a free access link to their coaching platform so I could try the first week for free. This is the first hack. Sell the call. Once you have a call booked in, you want a sequence of 8 to 12 points of contact to fire off before the call. The key here is not to expect a response. This hits all 3 of the points I covered earlier. It makes the prospect see potential, it makes them feel comfortable with you, and it shows you already have an abundance of clients. Now this next point I'm going to cover not only makes the last point more effective, but it also runs on autopilot and it passively increases your close rates. Have you ever had your eyes on a new car and you just start to see it everywhere? Your friends mention it, you swear you keep seeing it more on TV, on social media. It feels like the universe is conspiring, backing you to make the decision to buy. Well, we're going to do that ourselves. We want it to be that a prospect books a call and then as soon as they do, they see us everywhere. This is insanely easy to do. All you need to do is set up a remarketing campaign which runs ads to people after they book a call. You can do this with most platforms, but we tend to use Meta or LinkedIn. Then, in the remarketing campaign, we want content similar to that we'd use in Sell the Call. Video ads that handle key objections. Hell, we've actually found that comedy skits or memes are incredibly effective, with leads jumping on the phone telling us how much they've been enjoying our content. This, again, builds more trust and buy-in with the lead. Now, we've been doing this next point for about 2 years, and it's been game-changing. When a call comes in, Whoever is taking the call records a personalized video introducing themselves and explaining they're looking forward to the call and they've researched the prospect's company. Ideally, you want to have the person's website or social profile as the backdrop of this video. You can record this on Loom and send it via email or a DM if you have them on social media. Or if you only have their mobile number, record a short video on your phone and send it to them there. This next point we identified when we looked at the data from one of our clients' no-shows. We found there were patterns. You see, they were targeting real estate agents and any calls during the day would result in a no-show. This was because the agents were so busy with viewings that the call with our client was the first thing to go. So timing is the key here. Firstly, look for patterns when no-shows are highest. For example, we found personally that Fridays had a really high no-show rate for our calls. Then simply adjust your calendar settings so that people do not have the option to book times for high no-show windows. Also, the closer the call is from the time it's booked, the more likely it will be a show, with the ideal time window being a maximum of 48 to 72 hours. So again, you can limit your calendar so they have to book within this time period. Now, if you want some one-on-one help, we offer consultation services where we can give bespoke guidance. There's a link below if you want to claim some free resources and learn a little bit more. Now, this next point you should already be doing, but we found a little hack to increase the effectiveness. Call reminders. Here's a short call reminder sequence we use, but the caveat here is adding in FOMO for not showing up. So we add text that explains if they no-show to the call without letting us know, they will not be able to book again. So if they can't make it, please just let us know in advance. Now, what happens if the call is happening, but your prospect hasn't shown up and you're just sat in Google Meet alone trying to figure out which filter suits you best? Well, you can save these calls. We wait 3 minutes after the start of the call. If it's still a no-show, we send the join info to the prospect saying, "Hey name, I'm in our call, here's the join info for ease." Then we link the join info. We send this on all comms channels we have with the prospect, so DM, email, SMS. Now, these points have made a huge difference to our own show rates and the show rates of our clients. But there is more you can do with your marketing, including the funnels you use, how you frame your offer, and your messaging, which can have even more of an impact. Thankfully, in this video here, I go over our complete system, which we've named the Control Growth Framework. And in this video, I'll walk you through how you can make your client acquisition process simpler, easier, more predictable, and more scalable. So I'll see you over there.